Yeah.
Hello everyone, good evening. Just confirm me if I'm audible and visible to you all.
Good evening, sir. Yes, sir, you're
Good
audible.
evening. Yeah, great. And you all can see the screen share, this RaSoR banner right there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Just a second. So, hello everyone. My name is Aryan Mishra, and I'm currently the secretary at Ramanujan Society of Research, the Research Society of IIT MBS. And today, I welcome you all to the orientation session of RaSoR itself for the Jan 2024 term. To begin with, let's talk about the very basic question first. That you are about to see the orientation for Research Society, but what is research? And I am sure some of you might be knowing it, some of you might have done it, but still, in general, what is research? And when you Google it, you come across a lot of different definition as per different authors. Okay. So one of these like research is systematic process of collecting and analyzing data to increase understanding of a topic. Or it is also something which is helpful in expanding the existing knowledge or creating something new. Right. Like there are tons of things which different author write as per their experience and knowledge. But just to summarize that what is research in just one slide, in a one line, that would be research is all about asking questions, exploring no reveals even research is especially about asking questions which are never discovered. If that covered to ask question to something already exists. So it's about exploring unknown territories and creating something new, reveal something new. Now let's talk ahead. What is RaSoR? About us. A basic introduction to us, like what RaSoR does, who we are, what we do here at IIT MBS. So RaSoR, Ramanujan Society of Research, is a research society at BS degree. And our vision and mission is to build research mindset among our students, among the BS degree students. And for that, we provide a platform to pursue research with guidance from experts. For this, we offer mentorship sessions, workshops, and seminars in offline and online in both channels. We also strive to create an environment of collaboration. So we cover a lot of social fronts so that wherever you are comfortable, you can connect with your fellow BS degree mate, and you can also connect with someone who knows about this research, who knows about your subject, who knows about your interest. Okay. So moving ahead. Here is a basic demographic of our students, the existing community members, where we can see that AI is the most loved topic. It is the primary, the main primary research interest of the majority. Coming to the next is ML. And as you can see, we are not restricting to one subject. We are not restricting ourselves to one topic. We have kept ourselves open because, as we know, this degree is very diverse. This degree has students not only diverse in age, but also from the diverse backgrounds. Like some are engineers, some maybe are doctors, and some maybe are, PhD scholars, students from different domains, from different degrees, from different professions. Not only that, the educational qualification also varies. So right now we are a member of around 1900, and in given that number, here is the basic educational qualification like everybody holds. So it's a basic distribution which tells that how much undergrads we have, how much graduates we have, and it's a very great thing that we also have PhD students who have completed their PhD, even postgraduates. So it's a I would say that our community is well built up with the people who can actually learn and guide both. Moving ahead, let's talk about the council. So now research society. So let's see who you know contributing to make this a possibility for the community itself. Who all are behind this project of RaSoR. So here I am, RN Mishra, the secretary here. Along with me, Yuvraj Sharma, the Deputy Secretary. Yuvraj, if you may just introduce, yourself to everyone.
Namaskar. My name is Abraj. I joined from the resort's official email because obviously we have to moderate the session as well. But yeah, I'm the deputy secretary here. I've almost through my diplomas. I'm entering the degree level now. Just finishing up one or two projects. That's all. And after that, I'll be a degree student as well. So hopefully, I can help you out. Apart from research, I can probably help you out with the academics that go around here. So feel free to hit me up.
Thank you. Thank you. You have been which makes everything possible. As a team, we work together. Coordinators are the backbone of our society, which helps to give us not only the suggestion but also make the execution a possibility to all the events, to all the work we do, to all the collaborations we do. So I request our coordinators to just one by one introduce themselves. So I think some coordinators are here. Venkatesh, Mayank, anyone? I think, yeah, Shubhranshu, yeah. Thank you, Shubhranshu. So I think I'll move ahead then. Moving ahead, social media presence. For this, I would like to call my Deputy Secretary, Mr. Yuvraj Sharma, to take this on. Please, Yuvraj.
Thank you, Aryan. Okay, so we'll talk about the social media presence of RaSoR. So to engage students on multiple levels, we try to utilize as many platforms that we have at our disposal. Basically, we use GSpace, the Google Space, the Google Chat that is there. It has been mandated by the POD to use the Google Space officially for all society purposes. But we, go an extra level to make sure that the students are well connected, the community is buzzing with activity. So we have a Discord server as well. We have WhatsApp groups, a whole community based on WhatsApp. We have number of videos and live streams happening on the YouTube channel as well. And we'll be releasing our Telegram announcement only channel to make sure that people are up to date with all the updates that are happening, all the announcements that are there, so that we can capture that particular segment of people who use Telegram. And of course, we use Google Groups to send out the emails in bulk, whoever is interested in that particular group for discussion as well. And we use LinkedIn and Instagram to stay connected with not only with students but also the professionals to help us organize with the help us organize the various webinars that you see happening here. Moving on to the next section, that is the active collaborations that RaSoR has. So essentially, as a society, we have to collaborate with a number of stakeholders inside and outside the IITM ecosystem. Currently, we will just name the uh, bodies within IITM which we are collaborating with actively. So we are in touch with the Research Affairs Council that handles the research related affairs for the masters and the PhD level students. But we collaborate with them on conducting hybrid workshops and seminars for our students. We have the Center for Industrial Consultancy and Sponsored Research, also known as the ICSR. We are in touch with them regarding our, again, for organizing webinars and hybrid events, offline events, essentially. And of course, the Office of Global Engagement, essentially because IITM is an institute of eminence, and that is a government scheme that was launched by the UGC of India. And under that, it is mandatory for all the identified institutes of eminence to pursue research to cultivate that environment to do research. So we are in active collaboration, and we are actively in touch with the Office of Global Engagement that is handling all these operations related to the IOE scheme. Moving on, what are our future plans? What do we plan to do, and what can you look forward to if you join the society? So essentially, we are working on a web application for the community, which is under development currently. And the focus of this app is going to integrate the entire community at one place and also give students a better platform to interact and participate. So all the platforms that you saw earlier will try to integrate those in that one particular platform, and will make sure that even if you're not accustomed to using those all those platforms, you'll probably not miss out on much of the interactions that happen on all those platforms. So it is going to be a huge project for the developers as well, and probably the community will benefit a lot from it. We are planning to organize the Research Summit at Paradox 2024. It is our annual offline event that we conduct at Paradox. And essentially, we started in 2023, where well-renowned professors like Professor C. Balaji and Professor Deepak Khimani were there to for this particular event, and we plan to do something similar, something uh, perhaps much bigger, possibly in this particular uh, series of research summit at Paradox 24. We are planning to conduct events and workshops which will aim at skill development and exposure for our students, where we'll try to train students on how to go about doing the research work, and what are the various prospects for them, and all the whole shebang for not only for the IITM students, but also we are planning to go big with this. So you obviously have some really fun things to look forward to. Lastly, we'll focus more on providing opportunities for students who are interested in research. Uh, so we'll be working with a lot of stakeholders, a lot of organizations within and outside IIT to integrate our students with these organizations and provide you with research projects and internships and apprenticeships for in research essentially. So that is pretty much it. We'll move on to the Q&A session, the Q&A segment for this particular session, and uh, after that we can conclude the orientation session. So do you guys have any questions? You can raise your hand, or you can just unmute yourself or drop a text in the chat box. Yes, please, Harshita.
Yeah, actually, hi, I am Harshita from foundational level. Actually, I have seen the Google form. There is a question like, how can you contribute in the society? So, like, what you expect from us? Like, what kind of things you expect from us to write in that, like, for the contribution?
So, contribution in the sense, so let's say you are a postgraduate student, for example, you have completed your postgraduate in your offline college per se, or you have done your PhD. So, essentially, if you feel driven towards contributing to the society in the way that you can probably provide some mentorship, or you would like to help in organizing a couple of events, or you have any suggestions of any sorts, you can do that. And there probably Aryan can highlight more on that as to how what are the various ways you can contribute to the society in. But essentially it is looking at with the perspective of how you as a person can you know give to the resort society per se.
See,
Go ahead.
I'll give a very simple thing. A society is made up of students, and students generally contribute to make it something. For example, even the coordinators or the secretary or deputy secretary, these are just the names. We took an initiative and we are contributing to it. And we are not contributing for RaSoR. We are doing RaSoR and we are contributing to it so that we can contribute to the whole base degree itself. It's not about that the RaSoR is something which will keep it to us and we'll take it, once we retire, we are like, okay, done for RaSoR, bye bye. Nothing like that. This is something we are doing for the degree itself, for the students here. It's about a collaborative effort of the students to make something even better, to make the BS degree better. So that if a student like us with a interest in research who wants to pursue research, they have something when they join BS degree. This is something which we are trying to do right. So similarly, Ashrita, you can put anything you can contribute with. It can be your technical skill, it can be your creative skill, it can be your research interest, it can be your like as Yuvraj just said, if you're a postgraduate student, you can provide some direction to the newbies and all. So there are a lot of things which you can do. That's why we didn't give options there. Okay, these are the methods from which you can contribute. It's open. If you want to, you can write how can I, which just aligns with the whole motto of the society.
Okay, okay, understood. Thank you.
Thank you. Guys, anyone else? It's a feel free to ask anything, just relevant to it. Yeah, please speak up. I can see the name.
Yeah, this is
Yeah, yeah, please.
based in Chennai, and we run a publishing services firm. And we work with researchers time to time. We work with publishers direct, like Elsevier. We work with publishers like TNF, and we work on journals like HMO, BJM. Very well-known journals. So if you guys want any advice or any mentorship or anything regarding that, I'll be able to help you out, or any kind of help with services, help with publishing your research article. I'll be able to help you with that. So I just want to throw it out there and. Uh, like just throw those out there and see what I can contribute to society. Great initiative.
Definitely will be really thankful and grateful to you bringing us such opportunity. And I think we can certainly,
You can call me.
I think we can certainly discuss this more, in a personal space.
Yeah,
I
sure,
think.
sure, sure.
Uh,
I'll drop you my number and we can talk. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. If you have filled the form, I think we can see your number there.
I've been a member since I think it's been for the past 6 months. So
Okay.
Right, right,
yeah.
right. So
Yeah,
do
so
one thing, text us on the official channel there on G Space. You can see our account there, right? The Research Society
Yeah.
account. Just drop a DM there. We'll reach out to you in person.
Sounds great. Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you. Good guy.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, Parth, go on.
Hello, my name is Parth, and I'm from the diploma section of the degree. Actually, my interest is in the research field, and I uh, am stuck in writing the paper part of it. I have conducted the research, I have the findings, but I have no guidance in like publishing, like the sir said previous to me. I have no guidance in like how to write the paper and how can I publish it. So how can the society help me in that? Because it's really a bottleneck for me right now.
Yuvraj, would you like to answer?
Right. Yeah. So regarding this, so we had a session with Elsevier very recently where we talked about how you can go about publishing your papers. Um I don't know if you were part of the RaSoR community at the time, or if you attended that
Just my first
session.
session. Sorry for interruption.
Right. No, no issues, no issues. So we do have the slides for that. That there were a lot of good points that were covered. There was a good scientist from LCBS side who conducted this event, and we had C. Balaji sir also who took a couple of questions. But unfortunately, we couldn't record the session because the guest wasn't comfortable with it. But we do have the slides, and you can obviously interact with the community members and get the slides from them. Otherwise, we will be putting all these resources at one place, prospectively at Discord, because it is a much consolidated place for keeping all the history and everything, and it is a much organized place. But obviously, all these resources will be available on the web app also, so you can access them at any time. All right. So
Just one more thing,
yeah.
like how can I join the community? I just joined the meet for now. Fill the form. Its deadline is past, as I think.
No, no, no. The deadline is 14th January. We have a lot
Sorry,
of
sorry.
time. We have a lot of time. You can fill the form. Then there are all the social handles are given on a link, I believe. So you can just use those, use that particular link. You can join the community over there. And by default, once the deadline has passed for the form, we'll add all the students that have filled the form in the G space.
Okay, thank you so much.
For your reference, I have put the message in the chat box
Great.
uh, where it shows the membership form and all. That's the second thing. Anyways, moving ahead, anybody else having any question? Guys, you can ask about anything like what RaSoR have done till now, anything about future plan, anything about the slide we showed to you, any question in general. Yeah, Roshni, please.
Yeah, hi, I'm Roshni, and yeah, just I'm in my foundation year, just did my first term from yes, actually, electronic systems, and I'm doing it right after 12th. So I'm right now 17 years old, but I have actually published my research paper last year in 2022. November. Yeah. So I know kind of like how to write it, and actually my paper was sanctioned in the first editing uh, shift. So for that, I think so I can contribute in that stuff. But the main problem for me right now is that maybe as I am really young right now, uh, the topics of intensive research, I think so it will be really hard for me to get in, like in the first stage. So I want to know like how these sessions actually go, like how the discussions go. So maybe I can keep up with the pace.
Okay, so for this, I think I'll share the website, the existing website. This is not a web app, don't confuse with it. Web app is under construction, but this is a basic website which we have. So I have shared another link. You can see there the website link and everything is in the social link. Anyways, so talking about events, first I'll clarify what all events we do. In general, there are different sorts of events which happen throughout, but there are specifically three series which we do. That is one, Research 101. In this particular series, we focus on starting like how to start research. This is like the very beginner series for people just who are just getting started with their research work. And this takes you on a journey that how to choose your topic. Like that is the first question. How to identify your interest. Why should one research about anything? Why should one opt for this particular topic? And how to find your question, how to do literature review, and so on. Right now we have only three sessions, but we have planned for the further sessions already, and we are just finalizing the dates for it according to the guest. So this is the series you can watch in the playlist form, and this will guide you enough that okay, if I'm at this particular phase, what should be the next step I should opt for. Coming to the next, we have fireside chat. In this series we have done two episodes. One is shown here, another is also there. So basically, this is a series in which we focus on bringing a guest, which is just a fresher or just something, just who has just got some job or some opportunity in research domain. For example, this gentleman here, Mr. Abhinandan Shetty, he got a research internship at Lakehead University in Canada. So we asked him, he is a BS degree person. He's also a fellow member student who just got passed of BS degree, and he shared though basically this is an open session, you can talk to the guest anyhow you like. We keep the questions minimum, like for today's orientation we made the slides minimum, and we kept it open more for Q&A, because I think interaction is the best way to understand your needs and understand what doubts you're having. That's why similarly in fireside, the part where things are like where we ask question and guest replies are very small, just to cover the bare minimum. And after that it's open to chat, it's open to speak, you can ask anything you want with the guest. Now coming ahead, the research explore. This is a series in which we try to cover, or we try to explore the various research field in depth, and especially we try to bring in the new fields. For example, everyone is talking about AI and effects of AI, how AI is bringing the change in the world and ML and everything. But there are very few proportion of people who talks about AI safety. So we brought out this topic with Juan Rocumande. He's a Cambridge graduate and founder of a startup Water by AI. So yeah, this is kind of sessions we do. Apart from that, as Yuvraj earlier mentioned, there was Elsewhere session which talked about how to write, article, or how to write your research paper and how to get it published. So such kind of sessions are also there. Then we have some sessions like IRIS session, which we're holding right now. We were sending the invites to everyone. So basically, in those sessions, the labs, the special center for excellences, labs are there. So they were telling about how to start with a particular research topic. So they specialize in, let's say, oceanology or meteorology, and various of departments. So they talked about those. So there were scientists, there were professors, or not only from India but also from foreign universities, talking there and telling in a beginner manner, like obviously there was something for beginners and there was something for advanced, but they talked about how things are going on in this particular domain. So there are tons of opportunities and tons of sessions which we bring for you, and in future we are hoping that we will expand it more, and we will cover more and more domains so that everyone who is at any level of the research, be it beginner, be it advanced, can get something out of it. So that's the basic plan. And one of the thing was research summit. As we mentioned, we do an offline event, that is Research Summit in Paradox 2024. And here our first guest was Professor C. Balaji, who is chair professor at IIT Madras Mechanical Department. And as you can see, the topic was creativity in research. It was a very basic topic. Anybody who is starting with research must know that how creativity works in research. So he just talked about it. He talked about in a mathematical manner. He talked about in a theoretical manner as well. So we cannot provide recording for such events because mostly guest says no to that. But we will try to bring it for the people who are not able to attend it offline as well. Apart from that, there were two competitions, as you can see, the research review represent and research paper presentation. So RRR was for the beginners, where we asked people to submit the synopsis of the paper or which they are studying for their particular research interest, and RPP was for advanced people, where we were asking their manuscripts to be presented as they do in a conference. So these are all the basic list of activities which we do, and we are hoping and we are also planning to conduct even more and reach the more diverse audience. I think that answers you.
Yeah, I can understand everything, but I was actually asking that as I have published a research paper alone, I don't know how group discussions actually happen. So that's why I was asking, like, what are the scopes of group discussions here, and how does people actually involve, like, get involved in group discussions?
I think it will go a little out of this domain of orientation, but I think Roshni, for this particular thing, I think we can hold a session. Yuvraj, are you there? I don't think Yuvraj, you are mute again. If you have unmuted. Okay. So what I'm saying is, ki Roshni, there are things which we do, and regarding the paper group discussion, you're saying, I think we need to discuss it for a particular answer. Yuvraj, if you want, you can just write the answer if you have anything to say in the chat. You're still muted. But I think, Roshni, if you need guidance in that particular sense, we can hold the session for it. And if there is any such need, then obviously we can hold some events where such
Hmm.
activities can be.
Yeah.
I think we haven't done it yet. We can certainly do it. Yeah. Anyone else? Yeah, Roshni, did that answer your question?
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. Anyone else having any question? I'm a aspirant. Till then, I'm reading the Shubham's question. Yeah. I think we can bring in some proper research professional who can actually guide you in a better sense. And then we can plan with the guest that how to implement in a manner that everyone in the BS can actually, have that sense of understanding for the topic. My even Roshan told that she had already published that I think logging behind. Okay. So I was also a JE's parent, and I'm right now I'm a BTech student, final year. And talking about research and science, definitely it creates that fascination in the mind. But if you're lagging about information, I think Shubham, information is something which you're getting from the courses in our degree, and our course is never restricted. Even if you have not registered for subject, you can always visit the official YouTube page of the BS degree, and can watch the lectures there. And there are tons of other people who are teaching things on YouTube. And some basic information, for example, regarding how research is done and what are the steps you should follow to do research in a better manner. I think that we will cover. You are not lagging, I would say, Shubham. My research paper is under, review. I just submitted one research paper in the final year of my BTech. So you are just starting. There is never late. I know many people who start their research aspect in PG and something. So I think you're never late. It's just when you start and how you start. Talking about benefits from RaSoR. There are multiple benefits from RaSoR. So one of them is that we approach the guest and the professors for the series and all things I mentioned, so that we actually finalize a guest on the basis of a series. So we have a series of research 101 topics, and according to the particular topic we approach a specific guest which suits best in our case. And in that case we bring that guest for us to talk for us or take a seminar for us. In general, if you are going to approach it as an individual, certainly that person won't give you an individual session. That is possible when you are in college. You can take one-on-one interaction and you can take guidance. But in our case, we bring out the best of the best professor or best of the best professional in that sense to cover the topic, to interact with you all. And if you talk about resource sessions, you can check out the sessions, and most of the session we try to keep it open for the public, so that anyone having any doubt, any question, they can directly contact or talk to the guest and get it clarified then and there. We do not restrict that, okay, this guest is something big or something big, that we are not allowing you to talk. We will do that. Another thing is that we bring you this sort of opportunities by our collaborations. There are multiple events which are not accessible to normal students, to normal public, and we try to bring it to you all. For example, there are some events which are happening in offline campus at IIT. What we do is, in general, they are just offline things. Okay, you have to be in Chennai, you have to be in IITM campus and to attend the same. But what rather we do is, we try to bring it on Zoom, let's say, and we allow everyone to join and get the learnings from the session. So we try to bridge things, and especially we know that this is an online degree. There are some limitations, especially talking about the location. We are not all present in IITM campus, so we try to bridge that gap also. Other anything else you want to mention, Yuvraj?
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, yeah, you're audible.
Yeah. Mainly, it's these benefits, and obviously, as time passes, the things keep coming in. It's a really dynamic thing, because the degree itself started a couple of years ago, and the society itself was launched last year, I believe. So
Uh,
yeah, so everything is pretty dynamic. We're still working on a lot of things, and we are getting a positive response from a lot of places, and we'll try our best to give the best to the community. So you don't worry about the benefits that it will entail. You worry about your interests, as to what is your interest, what drives you to do something, and you take the step forward based on that. You don't look at what is it discounted. It's not like I would give a really bad example, but okay, yeah. Basically, you pursue your interests. You don't go behind benefits.
right. Even if you talk about this, in general, you cannot post everywhere that, okay, I'm a researcher and I need some, collaborations in this. We provide a space for that as well. So there are certain things which is only possible when you act as a community, not as an individual. And I think we try to bring it to you. And we're also, always trying best. As you know that we started this February only, okay? This year, 2023 February. And by the time we are able to approach IITM professors and other guests, so yeah, we are trying, and I think in future we will do even better.
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah, I'm a first year student at DG Sam College. So I just wanted to know how can I just start getting into research papers from my first year itself? How can I just
Well, essentially, you find your interest essentially, and then you do some literature review. You try to read about other papers, how people have written it, right? So that is the process. It's the first step of writing a research paper. It's called literature review, right? And Essentially, what you do is you go through the papers that were published in that particular field, and you try to understand what were the findings, what went wrong, what went right. You try to collect that data, and that forms your basis of your particular thesis that you're going to write. So you can do literature review. You can try to understand what interests you. Is it computer imaging? Is if it is uh, something related to medicine, if it is something related to extended reality, if it is something related to microprocessors, it can be anything, right? It can be economics as well. It can be social sciences, and anything is possible in the field. Like research and development isn't exactly a field because research and development is used in every field that is there, right? So it is not a field, it's more of a process, you can say. So if you want to really get into research and development per se, you should find your interest first, and then do some reading about it, what that field is all about, and then you do some literature review as to this particular about that particular topic that interests you. So maybe in microprocessors you have something maybe related to efficiency, or maybe quantum computing you have something related to how the data is processed and all that. So you can do some literature review there. You can try to understand what is happening, right? And within the IITM ecosystem as well, there are a lot of things that are happening, not only in quantum sciences, but also the traditional sciences that are there, classical sciences, and also social sciences like geology and economics and all these other fields. So you can definitely just uh, again go to YouTube. There are a lot of live sessions on this. We'll provide you with these links if you want.
Yeah, basically I'm interested in quantum physics. So I like
Right.
yeah. So like any like can you go any sources for the reading stuff? Sure.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely discuss this in the community because I personally am not that familiar with quantum physics. I'm not sure if Aryan is
Uh,
also.
I just know the
We just know the basics. Yeah.
yeah.
Fundamentals ho jayega. But if you want to get into the depth of it, you should reach out to the community always.
Like
Okay.
how can community help me here?
Yeah, so
Somebody is there who knows quantum physics, who have researched in quantum physics or is having similar interest as you. Just text them. And if somebody might reach out to you that, okay, hey, I understand this. I know this topic. I have similar interest. I think we can work together and so on.
Yeah, sure. Okay, all right.
Yeah. This is how things work. And I'll be honest here, okay? Not for every topic we can provide you the lecture sessions and everything
yeah,
because we are not educational institution. We are a research society. So our focus solely lies on creating that mindset of yours that how to pursue research and how to be good in it. Talking about concepts and theories, uh, I think you should obviously first go to literature review, and accordingly, if there is something which you are unaware about, okay, let's say you don't know what this trident symbol means, then obviously you can Google it out, you can search it out, you can read books on it. So I think creating, reading doing this literature review and studying or reading about the topic goes hand in hand. So without proper knowledge of anything, you can't research on it. So I think both knowledge and both literature review is important.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Welcome. Shashank, you have asked that I am new to research field, but I am interested, so there will be any guidance. Shashank, all our sessions are on YouTube. You can start anytime. You can start with those sessions. Those are very beginner friendly session. There is nothing as such advanced in them. Okay, and if you want to know about research specific thing, you can go to Research 101. The first session is not there because the recording was not allowed, but we will share the report. We actually what we do is after every session we give the reports to every community member, which summarizes and which points out everything which guest has said and discussion has contributed to. So you will get that, and I think that will be a good start because the professors we generally call professors in Research 101. That's our target. you will definitely get some good guidance out of them because those are the people which are, guiding the PhD students to pursue their research. So I think that definitely will help you. Shashank, if that answer your question. Okay, great. Adarsh, how beginners start research from zero level? And another Shashank's question was that what's your journey from start and all? So I think what I can do is I can answer in both. So as I said, my first research paper is under review. We have actually other members who are having research experience who have published research paper. But if we talk about me, I'm just sort of, starting in this. So my research interest is like it's- so what I want is to create still on to work this down. So the next research project is how to create a safety switch using in with a inbuilt IoT. Now in general these kind of solution exist, but not at industrial grades. I wanted something that can monitor and act as a safety switch in industrial grade. Okay. So what happens is at home you see MCBs, you see those fuse and all. So those are able to cut off electricity under overcurrent or over voltage, such kind of scenarios or a fault. But when you go to industries, you use relays and other topics. If somebody knows these words, they might be knowing what I'm saying. But in general, there is no such IoT solution for industries. And industry also includes such locations, such geography like volcanoes, like some place where human can't reach. So I am researching over that how to create such hardware, how to create such software, how to create such component that can work everywhere and that can work at commercial and industrial level. Domestic level will get covered in that as well. So there are lots of things which I'm doing right now in that sense. Yeah, Parth, will get back to you. So for that, what I did is first I talked with my teacher, with my mentor in my college, and I asked her that I'm trying to do this. Is this good thing or not? So she guided me. She told me that how things are happening, and then I went on to see what are the existing research that has already took place over that topic. So that's essentially literature review. Uh, where you sources, you have innovation or research because made it this is a possibility. But other words, it's so and after that, I understood, okay, this is how things are going on, and I got an idea. Then after that, I developed my hypothesis. I developed my synopsis. I took guidance time to time with my professors and all, and eventually, I created some solution. It's right now it's in a software form, the circuits and everything. But then I started experimenting on it. So experimentation is a very important part of research. And obviously, I wrote like I think more than 10 algorithms, and you know, it was like a very trial error thing. I was rectifying how to make this algorithm faster and faster so that the response time is minimal. So even 0.1 second is very important. 1 millisecond is important when it comes to electricity and all. So this is what I'm trying to do right now. So I think literature review and then other steps are like building from that, building a hypothesis, building something to that solution, that how you want to do the step by step approach of the same. These things in I'm talking in layman language. I'm not taking it like a class. Okay, in layman language, this is how things work. Shubham, regarding internship, there are multiple. I think you guys can react, Adarsh and Sashank. You guys can react if that answered you. Parth, I'll get back to you. This question was asked quite time back. So, Adarsh, how a beginner start research from zero level? Sorry, not Adarsh. Shubham, when the internship program will start and how can we take part in that? We don't do any internship program on our own, though we can refer you to the internships which colleges like IITM or other IITs or be it NITs are offering. I think certainly we can help you to find those in the same sense.
Yeah, I'll take the question. So, since the due to time constraints, we'll just take up one or two more questions. I've circulated a form in the chat for you guys. You can provide the feedback for this particular session, and also ask any doubts that we might miss out, and you might still have them, right? So, in case those doubts aren't cleared out in this particular session, please fill out that form. Let us know. We'll reach out to you as soon as possible. I'll make sure that it accepts multiple responses. Just give me a second. Level two, yes. Okay. It, you can send multiple responses on this particular form. Okay. So I'll just take this doubt by Shubham, right? How can we get the information about research and research papers published in daily basis? As I haven't these topics normally. Yeah. So it's not necessary that you have to, go through research papers one by one to understand what's going on in the research world. Well, what you can do is you can subscribe to some particular blogs or some articles or some sort of a subscription you can have. Some sort of a RSS feed you can subscribe to, which caters to this particular thing. We'll give you some pointers. You can bring this up in the community as well. Probably someone who is doing it uh, on a better scale, they can probably help you out with this in detail. So essentially, you don't just look at uh, just one particular resource and just milk it out for all the information that you need. You use multiple resources, right? So that's how you go about it.
Yeah.
However, to come to IIT to use the lab if required for research or not. So this is something that you will have to discuss with the people who are running the lab, essentially the professors or the dean who is in charge of that particular lab. But we'll try to see if it is possible for our research associates here at RaSoR to participate in using those labs there at the IITM campus. But again, this I'm not promising anything. This is just an idea. We'll float it around and we'll see how it goes. How to join the core team even as a volunteer. So you can reach out to us in person. What you want to do. Mostly we are hiring on volunteer basis now. We already have a lot of meritorious contributors in the society in the team currently. But yeah, if you want to join as a volunteer, there is scope for that as well. So make sure you reach out to us via email or via text. You can text us on Google Chat, okay? In the official handle, the RaSoR Research Society handle. You can text us there. Any other questions? Please fill in the form. We'll conclude the session for now. I hope it was insightful for all of you. We'll circulate the Google form in the email and all the other places as well. All right. See you guys. Take care. Bye bye. Good night. Shubhratri.
Good night. Take care. Bye. We'll end this session now. Thank you for joining us.